Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And BlueDragonFive.
And I'm not going to do the Goldblum impression the whole intro. Welcome to the Main Street Cinema, the show where we talk about the finer points of filmmaking.
And it's main event time.
It's main event time. Oh, this is a different kind of Goldblum dragon. You don't know. You don't know. Ooh. Okay, folks, just to set the stage here, Dragon and I actually both kind of just got back from seeing The Disaster Artist, which we're not going to talk about tonight. We'll be talking about that on Sunday. But basically, right before I left to go see The Disaster Artist, which, Dragon, I'm guessing, given the time zone difference between us, is right around the time you got back from seeing The Disaster Artist, this little trailer dropped. And I was like, okay, I don't even know if it's going to be worth it. And I watched it, and then I watched it again, and I watched it again, and I watched it again like the good little fanboy that I am. Dragon, some people just get fooled over and over and over again by the Transformers movies, right? Like, no matter how bad the Transformers movies get, they just keep coming back for more. Like, no way, they did the Dinobots! Like, Dragon, that's exactly how I am with this franchise, man. It's like, I know how big of a disappointment Jurassic World was. I lived through that.
I still think you're blowing that a little out of proportion. Come on. It wasn't that bad.
Dragon, I don't know, but oh god, I'm hyped for this trailer, man. I gotta say. I also think, to be fair, I think the person in the director's chair is a much more talented director than Carl Trevorrow. To be fair. But Dragon, you have not seen this trailer yet.
All I've seen, not the trailer,
snippets that they've been showing throughout the week, right?
The little run snippets. So basically, folks, all I have seen is, to my recollection, bear in mind, I watched it twice, I think. Just it was cool. It was just a lot of chaos, dinosaurs running like little not non-mover, but the
gyrosphere.
Little gyrosphere, getting kind of kicked around a little, and of course there's that great bit of run, Chris Pratt's yelling.
Oh, Dragon! Wait till you see what he's running from. Wait till you see what he's running from.
Which I gotta say did take me back a little to some of my favorite scenes from Jurassic World. I mean, that just seemed like, okay, it seems like we're in the right direction there. Okay.
All right, folks, so I'm very excited, Dragon, because this is the first time we've done a reaction to anything. I've seen this like 5 times in the 10 minutes before I went to go see Disaster Artist, but you have not at all. And, of course, I am the bigger Jurassic Park fan, like I live and breathe Jurassic Park. It's kind of like, I feel like our fandom for this is very similar. Like, you live and breathe Batman the Animated Series. You appreciate Jurassic Park. It's kind of like the opposite, right? Like, I live and breathe Jurassic Park. I appreciate Batman the Animated Series.
Of course, also the other funny thing is, our film experiences, you had the opposite Deadpool with Jurassic World. I had the Deadpool, of course, with Deadpool.
Of course, right. Thanks for rubbing it in. Thanks for reminding me. We appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Having said that, though, Dragon, I will say, Jurassic World was like the Jurassic Park movie I always wanted to see, but this is honestly the Jurassic Park sequel I always wanted to see. So, Dragon, in case you don't know, basically the core idea of this movie is it's after the events of Jurassic World, obviously, and the island is just kind of like completely in ruins, in shambles. And essentially this movie is the cleanup team, and of course Chris Pratt, well, you'll see in the trailer, you'll see. Okay. But just to set it up, like I said, this is kind of the plot that they should have done with The Lost World instead of inventing the whole new island. That's one of the things that always disappointed me about The Lost World was like, oh, we built up this awesome theme park island, but we're not going to go to that island. No. No one wants to see that island. They want to see the boring island that obviously looks like the Northern California redwoods. Anyways, I digress. So, Dragon, let's get right into it. As you said, my friend, it is main event time. Let me mute mine, but you have headphones plugged in, right? So you'll be able to hear it.
So again, just cue them up in case so we know everything here. It's like can I go? 1, 2, 3, go. Then I'll start, and then we'll just be sure to get a good approximation going on there.
Gotcha. All right. So, folks, like I said, we're gonna run through this trailer, just let it play, and get Dragon's reaction to it. And then after that, we'll go through shot by shot and kind of break it down. So, Dragon, you ready?
Yep.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Record player.
Oh, yeah.
That's well shot. Ooh.
Good apocalyptic imagery.
All right. Ooh. Okay, I'm sold. That's a good premise.
Yeah, motivation.
Yes.
All right, get ready, Dragon. Get ready.
The great music cue.
Hold on. Wait for him. Wait for him.
Hey, little throwback.
There he is.
Ah.
He looks kind of like the malt, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, he's the malt style. Oh no. Ah.
All right, what's he running from, Dragon? What's he running from?
I'm looking. Holy. Oh god.
Wait for it.
Whoa. Oh god. Ha! Oh. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's the money shot right there, boy.
Yes. Oh, life. Talking about life.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. Say it.
He's going to say it.
Yeah. Oh my god. No.
Right?
Holy. Oh, that's cool. That's oh god, that's bath time to the extent right there. It's Partysaurus Rex on the big screen right there. Wow.
All right, so first thoughts.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, when I was watching this trailer, my reaction was my reaction was more like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! They have a Carnosaurus! They have a Carnosaurus!" Dragon, you do realize the importance of the Carnotaurus, right? The Carnosaurus, I mean.
Well, I mean, the thing I took away, you mean when the neck bite, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
What I took away from it is that's kind of a meta, like that's kind of a reference to the kind of disappointing death in Jurassic Park 3, right?
No, it's even better, Dragon. It's even better.
Even better. How's it even better?
It's a dig at Disney's dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Yes, I see.
Because that's the main villain in Disney's dinosaurs, the Carnotaurus.
Wow. Oh man, that is awesome.
Right?
Wow. Oh man, I'm more impressed.
So, Dragon, that's exactly the kind of stuff I'm talking about with the Jurassic Park franchise. It's like, at the end of the day, I don't even really care how mediocre the script is. It's like, give me a dinosaur that I haven't seen in a situation I haven't seen, and I'm pretty much sold. You know what I mean?
I gotta tell you, I'm intrigued by the premise. It's set on the island. You know, we got a ticking clock. You know, of course, he has some familiar characters. I mean, it's a rescue operation. That's cool. I mean, I gotta tell you, I'm sold.
Okay, the idea of the volcano on the island being used as a failsafe was in the original book, so that's something they're going way back to.
Wow, that's cool. I'm looking forward to this movie. It really is. I'm kind of
actually the idea that was that John Hammond basically planted a bunch of explosive devices in the volcano to set it off, like in case something went wrong.
I wonder if they're gonna tie that into Hammond this go around.
I don't know. I like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to use that whole device of the volcano being a failsafe or if it's just the volcanoes naturally erupting. Who knows? But
do you know who's taken Trevorrow's place? Is Trevorrow still attached to this or what?
No, Trevorrow is. I don't believe he might be a producer on it, but oh god. Okay, the name, the director who did this, his name is Dragon. I'm going to butcher this name. All right, I just want to let everyone know right up front. I think it's Jay Bayonetta or something like that. Jay Bayonetta.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm intrigued by his style so far because one has got a lot of reverence in there, which is always good. But again, it's not kind of yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see this, of course, once we see it, but also kind of maybe judge it against Jurassic World, because Jurassic World, of course, some people, especially my co-host here, he have criticized it.
I don't hate it. I just think the movie falls apart as it goes along.
What I'm saying,
Jurassic World is like a really fancy car that you get into, and you're driving along, and it's like, oh, this is great. This is the best car I've ever driven. But then, after about 3 miles, it starts to just fall apart on you.
Well, what I mean, it's criticized for just like more nostalgia over substance.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like, I don't. Anyway, I don't want to get into Jurassic World. That's I've talked blue. In
my point is, I think this so far is based on this trailer. It seems like we're striking a good balance of kind of new ideas and a lot of reverence and kind of deep cuts for the old stuff. And that's very intriguing to me so far.
Right. Okay, so let's break it down shot by shot then.
Okay, well, yeah, let's go begin there.
So, Dragon, you're more the Pratt man. Like,
yeah, I love Chris Pratt.
This whole bar exchange, you like it. That's fine. You do you. To me, it's just like, hey, we got Chris Pratt. We got to have him do some Star-Lord shit.
I mean, I like the Chris Pratt stuff that follows this more. I'm just saying, it's like a cute little open line, the dummy things. Oh, it's gonna.
But I'm just saying, like if that's all his character is, which clearly it's not, because they're leaning more into the Raptor stuff. But
sure.
I don't know. It's just a little too similar to Star-Lord, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, remember, my favorite scene from Jurassic World is when he's hiding under the Jeep and he cuts the gas line. And I still love that scene so much from that movie.
Okay, so this is just getting into like kind of the post-apocalyptic tone of the film I was talking about.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is that fusion too. This is what I'm really liking. Now, again, we have reverence to the shots in the original, and we have aftermath, and it's kind of like we got a glimpse of in World with the whole we go to when the kids kind of they go not the gift shop, but they go to the visiting center.
The visiting center, yeah, the old visitor center.
Exactly. I mean, I like that. That's kind of that stuff I'm really interested by in this.
Mm-hmm. It looks like some of the dinosaurs are like already dead. It looks like the dinosaurs are like kind of dying off.
Yeah. The idea is they're trying to save as many dinosaurs as they can, right?
That's the idea.
Right. Obviously, the raptors being a priority.
So it's basically like Dragon. This whole plot is kind of like I'm not gonna lie, it is very similar to the Lost World. I mean, let's face it. But I don't know. The thing I like it about it is like I have a feeling that the mission itself is based on like, hey, let's recover the assets. And Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt kind of make it more personal than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad move.
So for the rest of the people on this mission, I'm guessing it's just like we have to get as many of the assets for the engine company back as we can to recoup our losses.
Now you got to remind me, Tig. I mean, it's do we know officially if BD Wong's coming back? I know it's very easily.
No, I'm not. I do not know if that's official yet. I couldn't say.
Honestly, I'm on pins and needles to know if what his roles, again, because he has we have had an interesting change with his character and World, and I don't know, that.
I mean, I very much hope he comes back.
Yeah. Of course, BD Wong is a fantastic actor. I mean, looking on Mr. Robot, even like most recently,
oh God, yes, oh Jesus,
Mr. Robot season 3 has been getting really good.
Yes, it has. Anyways. So I'm guessing this is going to be like maybe like an opening scene.
Yeah, it could be a flashback. Mm-hmm. I will say this: that I don't know. This might be a general trailer thing. I think we might have tipped our hat in a few things a little. It seems like an opening scene, and of course, some scenes later on seem like kind of giving away the big spec. And mainly, of course, the big T-Rex bit. I think that's a big giveaway. It's a big crowd pleasing moment, and I gave away in the trailer.
Yes, I hear you, but at the same point, it's kind of just like, God damn it, it's such a money shot that it's like, I don't really mind it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this has to be a flashback, and I think you're right. It's probably going to open the movie.
Uh-huh. Okay, I love this shot, Dragon. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is neat. And this is a direct callback to
Lost World.
Yeah, to Lost World.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And clever, too. You got to appreciate the cleverness.
But like I said, Dragon, I think this whole movie is going to be like a lot of Lost World elements, but crossing my fingers, it's going to be done better than Lost World.
Well, it would
please God.
It would kind of make it kind of makes sense. It's sort of if World is kind of capturing a little bit of the first the first Jurassic Park, and this one of course would be capturing a little bit of
right.
Lost World, but again, going more in kind of
so does that mean the third one's going to be Jurassic Park 3, and we're going to have the weird subplot with the kid who's lost on the island for 10 years or whatever?
Well, we need a way to bring back those kids for the first.
Bring back William H. Macy, damn it.
God. Bring back that. Hey, oh my God, Blue could talk.
Oh God. Okay. But Dragon, like I said, the main difference between this and Lost World is simply the setting. Like, I can't tell you how disappointed I was as a kid. Like, wait, we're not gonna go back to the theme park island? What? You know, so just the fact that we're still on the theme park island, but it's got this post-apocalyptic twist to it, like, that alone to me, just aesthetically, is going to make it a better movie.
It's always been just kind of a no-brainer. Like, let's continue the aftermath. Let's just do what a classic sequel would do, as in, okay, same location, what now? What next? Mm-hmm. And it does fit, of course, the title, I think, is very befitting. Like, Fallen Kingdom is just kind of this.
It's a good title, yeah. And Dragon, I gotta say, it pisses me off that these brontosauruses don't look as good as the one in the original.
Oh, sure, but again, they are trying to kind of, again, it's a little nod to the original.
It is, but at the same time, it doesn't look as good. The original looks so perfect. It looks so real.
I'm going to make this argument for it. Bear in mind, it's a trailer. I'm going to make this argument for it. I'm going to argue that I think that might be the point, T. It might be the point that, when you watch the first Jurassic Park, it's the magic. It's not just as great as that dinosaur look, but it's like the majesty and like the first time you're seeing it's about the experience that's being showcased there versus just kind of it just being there. It's like it's in kind of this dour, destroyed park. It's like not in pristine beauty as it once was. Now it's kind of very.
Well, Dragon, you know what? That is the most optimistic outlook on being too lazy to do practical effects that I've ever heard. God bless you, sir.
I was saying thing.
You deserve a gold star for optimism.
I was saying thing that you watched the original. Again, the original was was very much it was a theme park. Let's just for arguments, I know you're probably gonna rip me a piece of it if you don't like this now. Let's just say the first Jurassic Park, it's kind of like an animal kingdom. It's going for kind of a natural environment. You kind of go around and you explore. It's not exactly as.
Have you been to Animal Kingdom?
Very long time ago when I was young.
Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't really matter. I'm just curious. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, my point is, of course, in Jurassic World, what I'm getting at, what kind of seems like here, it might be kind of a stance, like kind of going too commercial and too ambitious, too modern day with the park. It's kind of versus what John Hammond's initial intentions were. Just kind of, it was much simpler. Like, hey, come check out our cool exhibits. Basically, it was like kind of like it was a zoo with a really nice kind of visiting area.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
All right.
Oh boy. No, seriously, Jeff Goldblum for a Leonard Maltin biopic, please. Does he not look like the Malt Dragon?
He does. He does look like the Malt.
It's like at first I was like, "Oh, it's Goldblum," but then the second thing I noticed was like, it looks so much like the Malt. He's got the jacket, he's got the beard, he's got the glasses.
I thought it's funny though. I can kind of see his Grandmaster tan though in the shot.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you're right. That'd be cool. Of course, all the biopics we have lined up. Of course, we have.
You could show like how he got involved with Disney,
once we were going to pitch that, and we decided not to. Maybe we should reconsider that at some point. I don't know.
Wait, we were going to pitch a Leonard Maltin biopic?
Well, I think it was tied into the Disney debates, but it was a question like pitch a biopic on the Malt.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Anyway, I'm just saying like along the lines of the Stan Lee, Bryan Cranston biopic.
So, Drake, let me tell you what I'm really excited for with Goldblum here. You see, folks, Goldblum is an actor, right? He's not a meme.
Well, yes, you're right. He is.
So, in Thor Ragnarok, Goldblum was like, "Oh, you want me to play the meme version of myself? Hold my beer." You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
You've never heard the expression "hold my beer"? Really?
Well, now I think about it, but I just didn't know it was a meme. I just thought it was. Well, I knew.
No, hold my beer is a figure of speech, Dragon. That's not a meme. I'm saying the meme.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was also a meme, but
okay, no, God. No, I'm
Fine,
saying
hold
the
my beer.
meme is like I'm saying basically Goldblum was instructed to play the most meme version of himself possible, and he's just like, "Hold my beer, I got this."
Okay.
And here, Goldblum is actually acting. So Goldblum is playing a man who is absolutely haunted by his experiences with Jurassic Park, and who's desperate to, talk down any involvement with it.
There's a lot of scrutiny it's going to be on Goldblum in this movie because Ian Malcolm, we didn't quite leave him in the best place in the Jurassic franchise. I mean, again, a lot of people always kind of put him under scrutiny with Lost World, saying he was not exactly leading man material. He's just kind of forced into the role. So you got to really give him a good meaty kind of redeeming role in this movie.
And that's the thing, Dragon. I'm really kind of nervous that this is going to be like his one scene and that's it. Like it's basically going to be a glorified cameo.
I think they'll give him more than one scene, but I mean,
the fact that he's featured so heavily in the trailers, like, I gotta say, this might be an unfair comparison, but I'm kind of like, for some reason, I'm sort of getting flashbacks to Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like using Bryan Cranston so prominently, but then like in the actual movie, it's like, oh, really? That was it?
Of course, it'd be amazing, and they could actually be saving this for a third one. But of course, whenever they pull the Sam Neill card,
I really want Goldblum and Sam Neill to try again. You have no idea how much.
Imagine this, Tiki. I'm gonna sell you on like I'm gonna sell you here. Okay, imagine this, Tiki. Imagine this.
All right.
At the end, whether they're like on like the plane or something that's kind of getting off the end. Point is like at some safe place where they can kind of admire the situation, kind of provide some context or commentary on the film itself that has just transpired with our heroes down on Ground Zero. Let's say we have we have a final scene. We have a final scene with Dr. Ian Malcolm, and he's and basically reveal he's kind of, it's like one of those things where we're saying like really profound dramatic things as we're kind of seeing our guys like come back victorious. Like maybe he's got Chris Pratt's like as the raptor like by the head, like, oh, there's my little buddy, oh, we saved him, oh, aren't we happy? Basically as we're seeing all like, okay, mission accomplished type stuff going on. Then I'm not going to be giving a speech. Then we reveal that he's talking to Dr. Alan Green, who kind of emerges from shadow almost, and just like it's revealed he's talking to him. Like it's like two friends talking after a long time, and Sam Neill closes out the movie with something very profound about Jurassic Park and echoing the words of John Hammond.
Yeah, I can buy it.
Wouldn't that be a nice uplifting way to go out for a movie, Tiki?
All right, but seriously, with Goldblum's acting, you know what I'm saying though. He's not hamming up the uhs or anything like that.
Nope.
And that's, I really like that choice on the director's part. It's like they could have easily made him into a stereotype of his original character, basically a caricature. It seems like he's, like I said, I mean, for lack of a better word, it seems like Goldblum is actually acting.
Now, let me grant your expectations for a mere moment here, T. Now, you'll notice I'm going to give you a ridiculous kind of freeze frame theory here.
Oh God! Okay.
You'll see in the background, there's a young woman kind of leaning by the wall. What if that's his? What if that's?
Oh no! Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
What if
Don't say it?
What if that's the step? Was it step?
Oh God! No, it's his daughter, Dragon. It's his daughter.
What if that's his daughter, all grown up?
Oh God! Oh, let's just move on. You killed it. I hope you're happy.
Tiki, I killed your little Jurassic Park Christmas tree of hope, Tiki. I put the big ball. I put the big ball of scrutiny on it.
So, what do you think about the T-Rex basically like becoming partners in crime with these two? Because it very much seems like that's where we're headed.
Right? Did they open those doors or are they closing those doors?
It looks like they're opening them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what the practical. Again, this might fit into like the constant problem with the Jurassic Park franchise. If they're not careful, it can follow you. Oh, hey, I got an idea, and of course, basically, something really bad happens.
Well, let's face it, the Jurassic franchise, like even the first movie didn't have the deepest plot in the world. You know what I mean?
That's all I'm saying is we have a recurring like kind of like a hole in logic somewhere in every movie that kind of makes you wonder. I mean, it's like, oh my God, such a magical experience. Oh, what a world! What great filmmaking! But when you really look at it, hell was this the best idea?
You know what? This franchise, for all its faults, is much, much better than the Transformers franchise, and I can rest easy in life knowing that. I picked a better horse than Transformers to back.
Oh, imagine what a sad, pathetic soul you'd be if you were in the Transformers. Oh, camp. Oh, boy.
Dragon, you know some of those people at Collider that I talk about?
Oh, don't tell me they're poor.
Well, some of them like admit, like, you know, they hate the franchise, but every time a new trailer drops, it's like I was saying about, you know, like the Dinobots and stuff. They're like, oh, they dropped that little thing in there, and now I'm excited again. You know, almost like against themselves. You know what I mean?
All right. Of course, we see the Exodus kind of starting here and there.
Oh yeah. Now, I'm wondering, what I'm hoping doesn't happen, what I'm hoping subverts expectations here, is I hope that we don't just get a standard, like, okay, and now the dinosaurs are all loose in the city in the third act.
Tiki, I'm going to say this. I think they're going to be smart enough not to do that. I'm going to be optimistic here. I'm going to say, Tiki, they're not going to do that.
Okay, it's either that, Dragon, it's either that, or I'm thinking the ending of the movie might be all the dinosaurs get loose on the mainland, and that builds into 3.
Okay, let me throw this at you to kind of piggyback off that. What if this happens? What if, I'm just saying this might be a conventional line that would lead into that sort of thing, but it could always, like, you know, almost like would feel like a post-credits, you know, it's big and be important for setting stuff up. Let's just say, and while they're on, I assume they're getting out on a boat, right? I mean, that's you got to assume they're sailing there somehow. The point is, they're on a boat, and basically, the dinosaurs break free, and they basically kind of crash in the scuffle. They kind of crash the vessel onto an island. Then, of course, you have a whole nother island populated dinosaurs.
Yeah. I mean, you see, that just goes back to the whole problem of the original Lost World, is that you're just, at that point, it's just a less interesting island.
Oh, that's all I'm saying. I'm saying that's the conventional route they could go. I'm saying I don't think they're going. I would hope they're not.
Remember what Goldblum's saying though. Goldblum's basically directly talking about, you know, like, hey, if we're not careful, these dinosaurs are going to outlive us. And so I'm thinking it might, Dragon. I think the logical next step for this franchise, if they really want to evolve the franchise beyond just like, oh no, dinosaurs got loose. I think, for lack of a better word, I think we need to go Planet of the Apes with it.
I think it's a good idea, and here's what I'm going to say. If we do that, the third one has to be kind of the big war of the planet. I know it's very obvious it's going to be it would have to be that one. And again, I'm pulling the idea.
Okay, if that's the case, then I would like get, not that anyone's asking my permission, Dragon, but I would give them permission to use the title Jurassic World War.
Well, imagine this thing again. I still really that pitch that I think it was like a private pitch we had. Like again, I've always you really like the idea to like start in the movie or like an end, like doing kind of a bookend thing. Where basically Dr. Henry Wu is like kind of he has like John Hammond's cane and he's he's horrified by what's happened. But what if we don't have Wu in this movie, we could have him as just kind of as like kind of that main like one of the basically as like kind of our main figure in the third one, as kind of the guy kind of basically as a big force, not necessarily a villain, but a guy kind of living with the consequences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, say if we do that with a third one, I think absolutely that's Wu. It has to be third one would have to be Wu's movie.
Sure. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
Not exactly sure what type of dinosaur this is. Obviously, it doesn't get me as excited as the Carnotaurus does.
All I know is it's one in shadow.
And of course, this is all the a little bit Michael Bay Dragon, don't you think, with all the explosions?
Yeah, but it's like the whole, it's the island going down any second.
I guess, but I mean, it's just like, do we really need all that explosion in the background? Like, isn't a volcano enough? I don't know. Like I said, folks, as much as this trailer kind of hits all the awesome points, it's still a little silly. So, and seriously, look at that! Look at all that fire, Dragon. That's just overboard. I don't know.
I gotta wonder if they have like, wonder if they could ever like fashion like a tranquilizer bomb so they can kind of gas bomb the whole island, so they knock them out. They just bring the dinosaurs.
Well, like I said, in the original book, the failsafe was the volcano. That was what was going to wipe out the whole island.
Well, yeah, sure, but Yeah, exactly. I'm saying that's the lethal. I'm talking like a way where you I'm saying you tranquilize them and you take them off the island.
Uh-huh.
But okay. Right. Of course, big callback here to World, kind of the big bonding. This in itself became a big meme.
What became a meme? The whole...
Yeah, everyone taking pictures of them like doing the whole raptor hand thing.
Oh God, I didn't catch any of that. I don't know.
What are you talking about? No, that was like all over the place. I mean,
Right.
people are like, so now of course, run! This is a cool, majestic shot here. Oh boy, it's chaos. It's scary.
I mean, it is nice to see like all these different dinosaurs from the franchise in one scene. You got the brontosauruses, you got the triceratops.
No hiding behind like a grassy hill in this one.
Right.
Like no kind of leisurely grassy. Oh look, the majesty of early CG.
Oh God. Dragon, yeah, like I said, as soon as I saw this baby, I lost it. I became a 7-year-old again.
Initially, I was just thinking, basically, when the big neck thing happens, like, oh, yeah, that's a little Barbet 3. That's clever. I like that. Yeah.
No, like I said, I really don't think it's as much a Barbet 3 as it was a Barbet Disney's Dinosaur.
You're right about that. Now you bring up absolutely. Man,
because if it was a Barbet 3, they just used the Spinosaurus again.
It's like, hey, this is for stealing our thunder.
And honestly, Dragon, I think everyone was kind of expecting the Spinosaurus, but I think it's really smart that they do the Carnotaurus, because the Carnotaurus is...
It's got a fun, marketable name.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. And he is one of the few, big, big dinosaurs that we haven't seen yet, just massive scale ones.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. It'd be kind of cool if they can pull it off. And if basically, while trying to kind of kind of save the Raptors, if Owen here, Chris Pratt's character, if he kind of trained the T-Rex or kind of somehow befriended, I don't know.
I really think that's what we're going down, Dragon. And you know what? Honestly, the T-Rex has become such a beloved and iconic movie character at this point. I'm like, go for it, guys. Have fun.
But Tiki, imagine this, Tiki. Imagine this, and also building this to maybe perhaps the third one. But regardless, what if we just, with the T-Rex, what if we actually kind of built up, he kind of grew a fondness for humans?
I could see it.
What if? Because again, if you really think about it, the T-Rex, let's see, it's well, yeah,
I think they've got to kill the T-Rex in part 3.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, what if in this one we build it up that we maybe have something like,
because of course the T-Rex in Jurassic Park 3 wasn't the T-Rex; it was just a T-Rex,
which is what bothered a lot of people. It's like okay,
no, but that's the thing. That's the thing. It wasn't the T-Rex from the first movie because it was on a different island. So of course it wasn't the T-Rex.
So my point is, imagine this, again, we build up we establish, someone has a line somewhere of just establishing that, okay, no, this thing's actually just kind of developed a fondness for humans. The humans are helping out the dinosaurs, and of course we build up that fondness and we establish it in the third one. We kill them off and it'll be very dramatic.
Yeah. Oh God, I love it.
And again, perhaps putting more emphasis on Wu, just feeling like, look at this creature we
I'm getting excited, Dragon. I'm getting excited.
And again, Wu just kind of being that'd be like the last straw. That'd be Wu turn from look at this chaotic microcosm of the animal world. Look at it. Look at its beauty. Look at this new a new Jurassic era that we've unleashed.
But Dragon, honestly, the reason why I'm not really mad about this shot being in the trailer is we don't really see how the fight actually plays out.
Oh, sure, we kind of know the fist pumping moment now. It's
I know, but like I said, it's look at that. You could put that on a damn poster. It's so beautiful.
I just love seeing them all tiny against the T-Rex. That's
this to me is exactly it's almost it's definitely playing homage to the end of the first movie. The whole when dinosaurs ruled the earth moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, and that roar is just freaking majestic, man.
It looks. Jesus. I gotta tell you, the animation of the T-Rex, it looks really good in this shot because it looks like he's kind of he can almost speak almost, and it's yes, you know, it's like,
right.
It's like shouting, yeah.
And then literally the rest of the trailer is just this whole setup of like barreling towards the edge of this cliff, and then the Goldblum, you know, life finds a way thing.
I really love that life finds a way call. And of course, of him, the biggest skeptic from the first movie, now kind of, you know, preaching that philosophy. That's really cool.
And like I said, you can tell in his delivery that he's not trying to ham up the ums at all. It's, you know, I mean, he might take a pause here and there, but it's not Goldblum playing up the Goldblumisms, which I love. It's such a smart directorial choice. Because, of course, this guy wouldn't be the same kind of like cocky, like comic relief character that he was in the first movie.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
And then Dragon, you seem to really like this this whole setup.
Yeah, it's I love how this just keeps building and building as it happens. Again, when we go off the cliff, like, oh no, our guys they've gone off the cliff, and of course, secondly, Chris Pratt, oh no, he's covered in the plume. Right I tell you, I'm gonna say, especially from Batman v Superman, I appreciate a good, I appreciate the drama of a good plume, Tiki.
I hear it. I can feel it.
Never underestimate the value of a good plume. Anyways, of course, you have the plume, you get the fall, and how's it getting better?
This is something we haven't seen before in the franchise, Dragon. Just like tons of creatures just falling into the water, just
drowning. Like, oh god, it's like, I really doubt that dinosaurs can't swim, right?
I think it depends on the species, Dragon.
Well, sure, but I'm saying generally, yeah, it's like it's sort of like
I mean, like Ducky from the Land Before Time could swim. So.
I was saying unless they are like aquatically malleable, you know, what I mean, unless they're like kind of like evolved that way, you know, what I mean. But yeah, I mean, the idea that they keep splashing in there like that, that's like kind of the bill. Like, oh, how do we amp this up? And we're like, of course they're going to be running off too, and oh my god, it's just the impact, like boom, 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 and it's Partysaurus Rex joking. It's like, oh my god, it's like the most dramatic bath time ever. Dinosaurs, you know, I'm sure kids will like that. Like, oh god, instead of like the happy go like, hey, look, it's dinosaurs in the water. Like, no, my god, no, they're dinosaurs on fire, falling in the water.
Right. Okay, and that will about do it. Any final thoughts on this one, Dragon?
Is this shot actually from the movie?
What? Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, of course, there's a little girl character. I mean, she might.
I think this is going to be like the, you know, because every Jurassic Park film has to have a Cade character, Dragon, and this is the one.
Well, hopefully she is not a hacker in the making or a gymnast.
Okay, you know what? I like the hacker, all right?
Oh, really? You like the hacker? Really?
Yes, you know why I like the hacker, Dragon? Because it gives you something to make fun of in that almost perfect movie, all right? It shows that the movie's human. It has flaws, too. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, sure it does. Oh, it's got its flaws, okay.
I'm a hacker.